never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today here on the channel, I want to talk some wrestling, and more specifically, I want to talk some WWE King of the Ring, because it'll come our way Saturday afternoon on the East Coast, and also Saturday afternoon in the Central Time Zone. It'll come your way Saturday morning if you're in the mountain region, or if you're out west, it'll also come your way Saturday morning. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia is the host of the 2024 King of the Ring. It'll take place Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, which, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Cole said on Raw last night, it'll be 8 o'clock in Saudi Arabia, so I'm guessing that must mean they are 7 hours ahead of us. We have 5 matches announced so far. They might announce one more, but I'm honestly not sure they will, because if you watch the last premium live event, which was Backlash, they only had 5 matches, and it lasted right at 3 hours. So I expect King of the Ring to be around about the same time. I'm hoping that we see the debut of the Wyatt 6 on Saturday. Doesn't mean we will, but it means I hope that we do. But right now, we're looking at the Women's World Championship being on the line, as Becky Lynch puts her title on the line against Liv Morgan. And I absolutely cannot stand Becky Lynch, and the longer she's there, the more I despise her. So I'm hoping Liv Morgan beats her, just so I ain't got to see Becky Lynch be the champion right now. That's just my personal, humble opinion. We're also going to see Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, last night on Raw, Sami and Chad Gable went one-on-one, and Chad Gable won the match. And if that tells us anything about the past, that's pretty much telling you that Chad Gable will not win on Saturday, because in the past, anytime in the WWE they have a premium live event coming up, and the 2 guys or the 2 girls do anything on the last Raw or the last SmackDown before that match, whichever one gets the upper hand on TV loses the match. So that pretty much tells you, unless they've changed, that Chad Gable's not winning on Saturday. But I'm so glad they're finally doing something with Chad Gable. He's been there forever, and ever since he first came in, when him and Jason Jordan were a tag team, he's really not done a whole lot, and he's an amazing wrestler. And he's actually really good on the mic as well. He's money on everything he does, so I'm not sure why they haven't used him all this time. but I'm glad they finally are. And maybe we're finally seeing them do something with Otis, because Otis has pretty much always been a kind of like a Santino Marella character where he just makes you laugh and does something silly, but he's never been the serious kind of wrestler. And maybe Otis turning bad is going to make him forget the comedy stuff and be an actual force to be reckoned with inside the wrestling ring, because Otis is actually a good wrestler to be his size. Then we're going to see Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE Championship. And then our Queen of the Ring match will be Lyra Valkyria from Raw, who advanced last night with her victory against either Bianca Belair or Nia Jax from SmackDown, and they'll face off on Friday. And then the men's King of the Ring will be Gunther, who we saw advance last night with his victory on Raw, and he'll face off against either Tama Tonga or Randy Orton, and they'll face off on SmackDown. If you watched the SmackDown last week, you saw, in my opinion, the brilliant booking in the Jade Cargill Nia Jax match, because Bianca Belair had already won earlier in the night. You don't want to see Bianca and Jade go one-on-one because they're the current tag team champions. But Nia Jax is so hated that you know nobody's going to help her. So you watch Nia and Jade wrestle and you wonder how they can have Nia defeat Jade Cargill, as hot as Jade is right now, and being that Nia has no friends. But they put Jade Cargill's daughter in the front row, and Nia Jax walks over to her and gets right in her face and says, "Your mama sucks." And that made Jade Cargill go crazy. She gets the chair. She attacks Nia with the chair, so of course she gets disqualified. So of course Nia Jax wins the match. It's brilliant booking because you don't kill Jade's momentum by having her lose clean to Nia Jax. And you can't give Nia Jax help because everybody hates her, so who's going to help her? It doesn't make sense to have Bianca and Jade go one-on-one since they're tag team champions. So the way they did it, all of a sudden Jade Cargill doesn't care about winning the match. She doesn't care about Queen of the Ring. She just cares about getting revenge on Nia Jax, since Nia just walked over to Jade's daughter and says, "Your mama sucks." So Nia wins by DQ. That's how she advanced. That is how you do brilliant wrestling booking that actually makes sense. Phenomenal booking on Friday Night SmackDown in that match Friday night. Again, King of the Ring will come our way Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Any thoughts on this? Please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My wife just informed me that I own every board game except one. Which one? I have no clue. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.